Chick here, and this is not a design corner or drama chick reviews. This is a new series I'm going to be doing for a while called Death Note Vlogs. And why Death Note Vlogs? Well, the thing is, this month, and by this month I mean July 2015, a Death Note live action series premiered, and it is being simulcasted in both Japan and America on Crunchyroll. Thank you, Crunchyroll, you are wonderful. Brief history on my feelings about the Death Note series as a whole. I read the manga probably about a week or two after I first saw the anime on Cartoon Network when it was in its first run. I've read the entire manga multiple times. I actually like the ending of the manga way better than the ending of the anime, but that's neither here nor there. I've also watched all 3 of the Japanese live-action movies that are out. And wait until November. There will be stuff coming with them. But I'm just going to do quick thing on the episode now. This is very much unscripted. There will be a few tiny edits, to get rid of pauses and stuff, but I have literally 5 minutes ago just finished the episode, and that is episode 1. It's the only one up right now. So here are my feelings about it. Oh my god, this was good! And I mean really, really good here. I did not expect this to be as good as it turned out being. Warning, there are spoilers ahead, so if you don't want spoilers, there it is. It's good, go watch it. Okay, now we're in spoiler territory. I really love what they did with Light. I will admit, in previous versions, I did not like much as a character. In the manga, Light was pretty much a pure sociopath. I mean, he started writing in the Death Note because he was bored! I mean, dear God, who does that? Okay. And the anime, it's very much the same thing. However, the movie did something I really liked with him, as him being a law student who has become disillusioned because he's seeing criminals get away with stuff. That I kind of really liked, and it made him a little more sympathetic, as Death Note fanboys and fangirls constantly say that Light is an anti-hero. This live-action series made it the main focus. The whole first 15-20 minutes is all about Light's kind of gradual, but not necessarily gradual fall from being a good kid who's kind of more of a slacker. He's very non-ambitious. He's working at a restaurant as a busboy. And he finds a Death Note after meeting an old classmate who was in jail who bullied him and is actually trying to extort money from a rich friend of his. This is after they went to a concert, and one thing, the concert scenes are not very good. They're just not, but there you go. That's all I gotta say about that. Back to Light. Light finds the Death Note, and he writes the guy who, I can't remember his name, but this bully, naming the Death Note. But what I really like is as soon as he does it, he tries to erase it. Even though he wrote a pen, he tries to erase it, he tries to scratch it out. And he's like, yeah, it probably didn't work anyway, even though, like, when you open the Death Note, there's like these huge scribbles over the name. And I really like that change. It's a very good change. He doesn't want to kill someone. He did it in a fit of rage and then immediately regretted it and wanted to fix it. And he thinks he did, but then it turns out the next day he died. He had a heart attack while riding his motorcycle and plowed into a train. They don't really show that. I kind of wish they did, because they don't really shy away from the gore in this series. They are very okay with showing blood. And when he finds out, Light feels really bad. He actually goes to the wake and can't bring himself to go in because he feels so guilty, even though he's like, he died in a car accident, it wasn't me. And then he hears some of the bullies' cronies, or I'm not sure if they were friends, talking about how he doubled over in pain as if he was having a heart attack. So he has a mini breakdown, which is very well acted. I don't remember who played Light, but oh my god, that guy's really good in this. And then some of Light's other former classmates come in and they're like, oh my god, thank god he's dead. He's a jerk, he was evil, he deserved to die. And it kind of somewhat alleviates his guilt, but he still feels it. And he actually, when he goes home, is gonna throw away the death note. He puts it in a garbage bag with a bunch of other trash, he's gonna trash it. But then, we see Light's dad, who is a police officer, who's going to handle a hostage situation. And fun bit that I kind of like, in this series, Light's mother is dead. She died in the hospital while Light's dad, sorry, I can't remember his name right now, is arresting a criminal. And he's determined to take care of that before he goes and sees his wife, who dies in the hospital. And it kind of created a rift between Light and his father, because Light and his little sister were there alone. That is actually a very nice way to kind of tie that in with the drama going on in this episode, because Light's dad, at the hostage situation, is the same guy who he arrested when trying to, right on the day his mom died. It's the exact same guy. He got on parole, and he holds the family hostage. One is an elementary school kid, and the other is the kid's mom. They didn't really release the names. So Light's dad actually trades himself for the kid. He wants the kid out of there. And that is a very awesome moment. Light's father has always been a favorite character in the series of mine, so I'm really happy they kept his epicness and sense of moral justice in this series, because it's some of the best stuff in the character development, in the character situation. He goes, and Light hears about it. They actually grab Light and his sister and have him in the police station. And he's freaking out, and the sister's freaking out, going, oh my god, my dad's gonna die. Just kill the guy, go in and kill the guy, save my dad. And Light actually learns from one of the police officers that this is the same guy, and the reason that his father was not able to be with his mother on her deathbed. And apparently the dad did not tell the kids this. So Light, in a fit of fear, runs back to his house, rips open the garbage bag, takes out the death note, and writes the guy who's holding his dad and the lady who's the mother of the kids as hostages. And the whole time this is being intercut with the criminal pointing it at Light's dad, going, I swore that when I got out, I was going to kill you. That is why I did this. I am now going to shoot you. So it's some really good tension, really good scenes. And you see the written, and then they have this clock. They always show it after he writes a name down. It's the 46, the click, 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 click. And then he just kind of goes to the TV and goes, tell me he's dead, tell me he's dead, come on, come out, come out, come out! And I'm not kidding, that is kind of how it is. It's a very intense moment. And there's a gunshot, and he's freaking out going, oh my god, my dad's dead, but the dad and the lady come out, and the dad says the guy had a heart attack, and while he was having a heart attack, he accidentally shot the ceiling. And Light then has this beautiful moment of looking at his hand going, oh my god, I just killed 2 people. I just killed 2 people. I mean, it really sinks, and they do a really good job with this humanizing element of him. And that is when Rook, our wonderful spirit of the dead, shows up, and Light freaks out. He's actually hiding under his desk from Rook, like a scared child. And I actually love that, because I never liked how Light's reaction is to Rook in any of the media, because I'm sorry, if I saw that creepy thing looking at me, I'd freak the hell out too. That is a human reaction. So he then takes the death note and chucks it off the roof of a building. He goes to a building and chucks it. And Rook's there going, what, you don't want it? Okay, I could just erase your memories of it and I'll pass it on to some other poor schmuck. And Light then kind of goes, wait, are there any rules scanning? And Rook goes, well, you know, it'd be really bad if the people like that guy who used to beat you up and the person who was gonna kill your dad got it. And in this version, you can really tell Rook is kind of playing a con game with Light. He is it's very much almost Faustian, the way this conversation goes. And you can just, I mean, it is so well done. Even though Rook's CG is a CGI creature, of course, he doesn't look very good. He looks better than live action movie, thank God. But I can kind of forgive them for this because TV, you know, they can't really have an amazing budget with CG creatures. But it's very much a Faustian moment, and it's after that where he starts killing criminals, but you do see it affect him. In fact, after they comment how he's killed like 52, 53 people, and Light shows Rook the cure site. And he's like, oh my goodness, Rook's like, oh my goodness, you're a hero! And Light turns and says, I'm not a hero. I am not. I am just trying to make this a world where people don't have to live in fear as I did, because you do kind of get a sense, especially in the early scenes, that he was a very frightened person of mean people around him, and you get a sense, they have some flashbacks of him in high school, and you kind of see that he kind of had to deal with some rough peoples. As fans of the series know, his father ends up being in charge of the Kira case. But one thing they do that's really nice is they introduce Elle in England. I mean, you don't really see Elle. He's kind of got a hood and like this part is covered and back. But you see him drinking a sweet juice like this. He's like... And so you do get to see Elle in all his glory, besides just the big L until he meets the case people. The parts that happen in England have some of the worst acting done by people who speak English. Now, I'm not saying this for the Asian actors, they're all fantastic. It's the white people they got. Oh my god, it hurts. It probably is better in Japan, but be warned, that part's gonna hurt you. Like, in the soul.